Hello friends, this is Durga. Let us start with data types. As part of this session, we will also try to see how to create variables using data types and also typecasting and also and type conversion. That being said, I will be using Rishi's laptop itself to demonstrate the stuff. Rishi, can you open Eclipse? Eclipse is here. Wait, I got it. I think I need to ask the control.
For now, I think we should pause the virtual machine.
Yeah, that's correct. So let me do that. You have two virtual machines?
Do I?
I think so. Let us check later. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Eclipse. When you start Eclipse, it will show like this. If we want to just start with first program, we can actually uh, click on create a hello world application, which we have done already. So we can ignore that. But if someone want to write their first program, they can follow the instructions here and they can write. So today's agenda will be mainly on data types and few other things. So let's start with the data types. So if you want to zoom in, you can go to Eclipse preferences, general edit
Appearance,
appearance. Okay,
colors, and fonts.
okay, cool. Yeah. So
And
text.
then you can
Yeah,
you can change font
yeah.
size. Yeah, and okay. Apply. Okay.
Okay. So, as part of the last session, we haven't covered every aspect of this program. We still don't understand what is public, static void, etc. That we will see. As we proceed further. There is a topic called access specifier where we can understand what is this public, and over a period of time, you will come to know. But for now, you just have to memorize. And now and these things will be automatically created when you try to create a class. Okay, so here uh, let me create a new program. Okay, file, new. 1 minute, let me change the perspective window. Perspective, open.
Java default.
Yeah, it should show the project level details on the left side. Let me see. I don't know, is it working? Just give me a moment. My laptop is behaving a little bit weird.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we have two of them, I think. Yeah, that's why there is a confusion. Let us close one of them. Yeah. Okay, so here if you want to, so let us create a new program. So you just have to right click on it,
Mm-hmm.
go to new, and then class. Okay, let us give the name as data types and variables. Okay, so when you write programs, Rishi, you need to make sure that the programs are as much readable as possible. So the variable names, the class names, and all those things should mean something to you. And at
Yeah.
the same time, you can add additional comments as part of the program itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's behaving a little bit slow. There's a latency. Okay. Public static void main. Actually, when we create the program, you can also say that it has a main program, main function in it. Then it will actually create this one also as part of creating the code snippet. You can
Could
also, yeah, go ahead.
could you show me where? I'm curious.
Yeah, sure. So there are multiple ways to do that. Okay, one is I think as part of yeah. If you see here under source,
Mm-hmm.
you have several options. Override implement methods, getters and setters. Somewhere I think it will. Okay, there is no generating main method here, but there are other methods. That's fine. Ignore this one. So if you right click on this package
Mm-hmm.
and say new class,
Oh, and then include public static void main string args.
yes, this one. If you enable this, it will automatically create it for you. Even here, I even here it should be there under source or somewhere. I do not remember exactly. Somewhere it should have. Anyway, okay, and then a string. Man, this is. Let me do one thing. Let me go close to my router and see if it will be better because there is a bit of latency and it's causing a lot of confusion. Yeah, this is a bit better. Okay. So this is the main method. We will talk about functions and methods a bit later. But for now, if you want to run a program, you need to have the main method. Then only you can right click on this and you can actually say run as and run it directly. Okay, if without main method you cannot do that.
Okay.
So now comes data types. So as part of the program, we need to create variables. Variable is the one which will actually hold a value which might be modified as part of the program or used as part of the program. So for example, if you want to add two numbers, you have to create first two variables and you can add those two things. Just give me a moment, okay? Yes. So those are the variables: int x equal to 5, int y equal to 6, and then if you have to add,
Line.
yes,
Uh, X. Uh, uh, no, I think I have to make another variable.
no, no, try it. Whatever you are trying, just try it out.
I was gonna do total.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, no, you just try it directly over there and see what happens.
then, okay. Let me see if this runs correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do?
So the first error is you put the total in single quotes. A single
Oh,
in the single quotes you can only put characters, individual characters. A string has to be stored in double quotes, and
that.
you should focus on the any errors or warnings. Anything red is an error. Anything orange is a warning. So if it is error, you have to fix it instead of just running blindly.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's correct. And one more thing is, so in this case, int is the data type, and x and y are variables. So x and y are of type integers. And one of the thing you need to keep in mind, again, here there are you need to understand the difference between best practices and rules. So variables should always start with small character. It's a best practice. It's not a rule. Okay. So change the total to small t. Okay.
And if you change it here, you have to also change it here. Otherwise, they're two separate variables.
Yes, that's no, no. There is one variable and then there is one error.
Yeah.
Okay, but there is a thing called refactor. You can right click on this. Again, that is the advantage of using IDEs. So you see quick fix source refactor in the middle. Click on refactor
Let's
in
see.
in the
Yeah.
middle. Yeah, and there. Uh, okay, you. I think you right clicked on the wrong place. Try again. Just select the total. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Rename on the first. Okay, so this is the most primitive type of using refactor. So now you can change total to let's say tot, remove al.
oh, I see. Okay.
So it
And
changed
keep
everywhere.
everything.
Yeah, yeah. So refactor is very powerful feature of IDEs. That's why we
Mm.
should use IDE rather than editors. Okay. So that is about data type and variables. If you see data types and also public static void, all these things are highlighted in. I'm very poor in the colors. I think purple. Okay, purple color, and all these things that are highlighted in purple are called keywords.
Hmm.
Okay, so keywords are special constructs in the programming language, and you can that is primarily for compiler so that it can actually interpret that and generate some executable code. Okay, so you should not use these keywords as variables.
Hmm.
So you cannot say int public or int static or int void. Any keyword you should not use as variable names. If you want to get list of keywords, just Google it, and there are 40 or 50 keywords which are very frequently used. You should not use those as your variable names.
Yep.
Okay. Now comes other data types. So you see int. Again, if you recollect what we have covered earlier, int is stored in 4 bytes.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me make a note.
Yeah.
We can also have short and no, byte. Byte comes first.
Yeah, byte and short. That's correct. Byte can store only from minus 128 to 127. Short can
Yep.
store from minus 32,768 to plus 32,767.
Yep.
Okay.
If you have a if you want to change the variable names, please.
No, that's fine. That's fine. For this, we are good. So probably what you should do is you can name it as byte B or byte B1, byte B2, short S or short S1, S2.
Okay.
No, just name it as B1. No need
B1.
to.
So bytes, let's say -12.
Yeah,
And then short, we can say is 167.
yeah.
What is this?
So you have created the variables, but you are not using anywhere. So
Oh,
that is warning.
so then we can change this. I don't. Does the placement matter?
Yeah. The order matters. You cannot add B1 and S1 on the before creating them. The order
Okay.
matters.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me. So let me just take this out and put this here.
Hmm.
And then we can change this.
Yeah.
Minus. I did a little studying
Okay. Okay.
beforehand. That's how I know this.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. So now you can right click on it and run it and see what it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to put that. That's it.
So here you need to understand x and y are integers, whereas b1 and s1 are different data type. Okay, even though they are different data types, they belong to the same family, which is kind of integer family. So here, as total is integer, uh, both b1 and s1 also uh, will be treated as integers internally, and it is called as implicit conversion. Okay, if you try to do x plus y and add a string to it or a float number to it, then you will see you might see some inconsistent behavior. So to tot, now let us add 2.0 directly without creating the variable after
Add.
s1 after s1 plus 2.0.
Yeah, and we'll have an error.
Yeah, what is that error? See the error. You just have to click on that. So here, see, change type of tot to double because 2.0 is of type double.
Yeah.
It cannot convert a double into integer, but an integer can be converted into double. That's why when you say double tot and when you try to add integers, byte, short, etc. to 2.0, it is allowing you to do so.
So I don't need to do this.
Not necessarily. In many cases, you don't need to do that. In some cases where the implicit conversion does not work, there you have to say you have to specify explicit conversion.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you can actually go to a new line, and uh, and here you can actually say int I equal to just give one in double quotes. Whatever is in double quotes is treated as string. Okay, now it thrown error because the data types are not matching. Now try to explicitly convert by saying int in brackets before that one.
Yeah.
I think it does not work. Check the error. Yeah, cannot cast from integer to string. Okay. So when it comes to n-
Char.
no 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 wait. So change it to int only, and wait and give one in single quote rather than double quote.
Okay. And let me see. Oh, now it's not used. Okay.
Yeah. So it is accepting. It is converting and try to print this I.
Okay. Is there a shortcut?
There should be a shortcut. I do not remember on top of my head. I think if you take s out, if you say s out and hit tab, uh, try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit
Will
enter.
it not?
Hit. And, okay, it is not working. And there should be a shortcut.
Yeah.
So for now, just type it. We will see the shortcut later.
And then print I.
Yeah, print I, value of I in double quote if you want. Yeah, just print it.
Okay. And run.
You missed the plus before I.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, why? Do you know why it is giving 49 rather than 1?
Is that the Unicode for it?
That's correct. That's correct. So char holds only single character, right? And when you put in single quote, it's a character one. Here you are saying character one, and when you try to assign it to integer I, it actually convert the Unicode, and it will store that Unicode in that I. Okay.
Oh.
And now you can try char after yeah char c equal to remove these single quotes.
Yeah, it'll work now. And then why am I getting error here?
No, value of c.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now if I was to run again,
yeah. Let's see what it gets. Run it and see.
the value of I is equal to, and I don't have anything here.
Yeah, so it is not printing actually. So the reason is I uh, there is okay instead of 1, let's say 49. Char c equal to 49.
Yeah, you have to give the. Yeah, okay. I think that works.
Okay, so for 1, I think it could be some special character which cannot be printed on the console. That's why you got some weird value earlier.
Hmm.
Okay, and if you remember, C also holds only up to 256 values. which is 0 to 255, and each of those 0 to 255 have a single character. It could be numeric values 0 to 9, it could be small a to z, big a to z, etc. Like that, you have 255 characters which are which are stored in char. 8 bits, not bytes. 1 byte and 8 bits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are all called as primitive types: int, byte, short, double, char, float. All these, yeah, already covered. All these called as primitive types, and the most frequently used variable other than primitive types is string. Okay, even the string is very frequently used, it is not a primitive type, it is actually a class. Okay, so what is class and all we will see later, but for now we need to understand string also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just give me a moment. Yeah, so so already you have been using string as part of system.out.println. You are actually concatenating some string before printing the value of the variables, right? Value of I equal to, here is a string, total equal to is also a string. Okay, again, string is a class, it's not a primitive type. And if you say string s equal to, and all the classes will start with capital S, so type string s equal to somewhere. Okay, and give some string in double quotes. Say hello world. Again, s here s should be small. It is not a
Oh,
rule, but yeah, it's best practice.
so string here is uppercase, but here is
Yeah,
name is lowercase.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is class.
Mm-hmm.
It's not primitive type. Okay, and if you double click and see, you can see java.lang.string is coming. Let us see. If you just move your cursor to, if you hover your cursor on top of that string, you see the description of it. Okay, so java.lang.string. Already we have seen the package. We have created a package by name demo. That is the one which we have created. Even when you actually set up Java on your PC, you actually get a bunch of packages, and one of the package is java.lang, and java.lang package have this class called string. And for all java.lang classes, you don't need to specify, you don't need to import, they are automatically available to you. There are many other packages also and many other classes, but you cannot be able to use like this. You have to either specify fully qualified class name, or you have to import first and you have to use them. So what is importing and all we will see later, but for now just remember that string is one of the classes under java.lang. If you want to see the other list, other classes, you can say java.lang. Okay, wait 1 minute. Why it is not showing? It should, yeah, now it came. So you see, there are so many methods. You can actually uh, click down arrow. So you have so many things. Double enum. So double. If you see, even for all our primitive types, there will be classes, and I will explain the significance of the classes for our primitive types a bit later. Okay. For now, we'll focus on string. String also will be there as one of the classes under java.lang. So whatever you see under java.lang, you don't need to import. You can they're automatically available as part of they're automatically available for your use as part of your programs. Okay, either you can say java.lang.string, or you can delete it and just say string. Both the same thing. So string, if you see again, this is not in purple color like system. System is black, string is also black, because string is not a keyword. Okay, if you want, you can create a class by yourself with name string. Okay, but char is a keyword, string is not. It is just a class, and s is the variable name. String is type, s is variable, and equal to we have given hello world. So string is nothing but a special type which will treat array of or sequence of characters as something which is string. So if you see hello world, H is a character, E is character, L is character, L is character, O is character, and so on and so forth. So string is a special type which will actually create strings of array of characters, from array of characters. Okay, now you can say as part of println, you can just say
Yes.
okay, and now you can right click and run as application. You will see hello world. Okay, however, if you look at, if you just type s dot, and s is now s is not a typical variable. If you type c dot, you will not get anything. Okay, because c is a typical variable of primitive type, whereas s is not a typical variable, it is called as object. If you use class here rather than a primitive type like double, char, etc., if you use any class like string in this case, and then equal to after declaring the variable or object name, we actually call it as object name, equal to and assign something, it actually creates a object of type string. Okay, so only for string we will directly say this, but for most of the other classes we will actually say new string. So only when you specify new, it will actually consider to be a object of type class string. So as we are not talking about object oriented concepts, just forget about it now. With string is a special type of class. It's unlike other classes where you have to specify new and the class name and then pass certain information to create to instantiate an object. We can directly say whatever we have done earlier, like this. Okay. Anyway, now one more thing, as it is an object, when you hit when you type the variable, the object name dot, you will see methods. So you need to get mastery over these things, and I will cover few of these things when I actually talk about functions, and then we will take it further. Okay, so for now I am deleting it. So that concludes the variables and data types. Okay, so we have covered primitive types, and we have covered class string also, and we have created both variables of primitive types, and we have instantiated objects of a class called string. Okay, and also we touch base certain things such as packages, etc. That being said, as part of the next video, we will talk about methods. We will create our own methods, and then we'll actually get into string and methods related to string. Okay, so I am concluding this, and I will start in a moment.